Hello, welcome to this new edition of Sidelines. I'm Jimmy Johnson. We've got a little bit of everything for you today, but let's first start with the announcement of the 2011 men's lacrosse preseason poll. Fresh off their 2010 Patriot League title, the Army Black Knights have been selected to win again here in 2011. Army senior Jeremy Boltus was named the preseason Offensive Player of the Year, and Army senior Bill Henderson was selected as the preseason Defensive Player of the Year. Here's what Coach Joe Alberici said during Wednesday's preseason media conference call.
You know, we're certainly excited about this season, as everybody else on the line has been. You know, I like our group. I think what I like about them is how they've approached this season from the fall. And I think that starts with, you know, after our loss to Cornell in the quarterfinals, we have our meeting on that Monday, and you know, we just addressed a lot of things about 2010 that we felt like we could learn from, on the positive side, on the negative side. But what I think that this group really has going for it is not so much the residue from 2010, but the residue from 2009 really sticks with us too. And you know, we're looking back in both those seasons just to try and move forward.
Navy placed second in the preseason poll, followed by Bucknell, Colgate, Lehigh, Lafayette, and Holy Cross. The 2011 season kicks off on February 12th with 3 Patriot League teams in action. For more information on men's lacrosse, log on to patriotleague.com and click on the men's lacrosse page. Switching gears, the Lafayette women's basketball team's upset over rival Lehigh last weekend was big, but it may not be as big as their freshman sensation. The 6'7" Danielle Fiacco is third in the league in rebounding with 7.9 per game, and she sat down with Lafayette Sports Network's Matt Panto this week. Here's what she had to say.
From inside Kirby Sports Center here on the Lafayette College campus, Matt Panto here for LSN All Access, and a special hello to everybody watching on Sidelines on Patriot League All Access. Matt Panto here, joined with one of our women's basketball players, and Danielle Fiacco. And for everybody that knows myself as well as Danielle Fiacco, it's very evident why we're having this conversation sitting down.
Well, you should have brought a step stool. It made it a lot easier.
The thought went through my mind. Danielle, you've made such a great impression on this basketball team and campus here in your first year on College Hill. Take us back to what drew you to Lafayette.
I love the campus. The team was great. I loved I sat on the classes. The professors seemed great. The overall atmosphere, just everyone was very friendly, and I fell in love with it from the first time I stepped on campus.
Well, the first time you stepped on campus was obviously during your recruiting visit, but take me back to August and early September, your first couple weeks at Lafayette. Talk about those first couple weeks.
It was very interesting. I had already been here in August for a month for a boot camp. So I got a feel for the campus, where everything was. My teammates were very helpful in telling me where the different buildings were and which teachers, like with the classes and everything else. I also, with the orientation process was very good. I got to meet great people outside of our team, and just got a whole good feel for the campus and still loved it. So
obviously Lafayette's campus being a small school, you know everybody, but it really, when someone follows your team, you can really feel the sense of camaraderie in your teammates and yourself.
Yeah, our team's great. We hang out with each other on and off the basketball court, which is great. We have team meals together. We'll just hang out, and it's just everyone's so friendly and so nice that I'm so glad to be a part of such a great team.
You talk about being part of a great team. You're also a part of a great institution in Lafayette College. But take us through that first semester. You got here during preseason. You guys went through what was affectionately termed as boot camp with first-year head coach Diane Nolan. But talk about the first semester, academics and athletics.
Academic-wise, it was tough, just like balancing the two, because college is a different pace. Academically, it was getting used to professor styles and what they're looking for, and towards the end of the semester I was able to understand what type of things they were looking for, because it's different than high school. Athletically, it was getting used to the pace, because by then we were in preseason. Started off with a wide opener with a mile run and having it timed and everything. So it was a great experience. It gave a great idea of how it's going to be in the future, and I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it as well. Talk about, you touched on it a little bit already, but the adjustments is a very cliche question, but the adjustments between high school and collegiate basketball.
Well, high school and basketball, you always had to bounce the two out. Back even then, it was more so now is the pace. You get more free time, but at the same time, what people view as more free time, it really isn't, because you have more practices in college. They're for longer periods of time. You have film, which in high school I personally never did, except for my dad trying to show it to me of what he'd taken. So he's done that a few times, and sometimes I would just ignore him. No offense, Dad, but but overall, though, the adjustments has been great. It's just for overall, it was just a great transition. Just the support from everyone. One of the bigger difference between high school and college is that with the classes that you don't have as many classes, but you're learning at a faster pace. So it's still like as if you're in high school learning as much as you did. So.
You're talking about adjustments, and obviously the adjustments have to come on the court as well. I want you to take off the modest hat for a second. Where do you feel that your game is most improved throughout your freshman season here?
So far, I think my agility, and also able to jump more, to be completely honest, because when I first started out playing basketball, if my coaches used to kid around saying you couldn't get a piece of paper underneath me. At least now I can jump up and I can grab rim without a ball, so that's a great improvement. Also, just like Coach Nolan pushing us to get faster and more agile, that's also helped. And overall, for my experience with the game, I get to get a better sense of what's going on even at the faster pace.
I've had the opportunities, and you left out, that's a great answer, but you left out one thing, and that's your free throws. I've had the opportunity to travel with you guys a little bit on the road, and the first thing that anybody ever says to me is they see this big 6'7" girl, the first thing, she can't have any touch from the free throw line, then you go up and you drain two on your first try. Has that always come naturally to you, or did you have to work at it?
I had to work at it. I used to have a terrible shot, and to be completely honest, and I've worked on it because I know free throws are very important, and being a player inside, you do get fouled a lot. So I've been practicing at them, and we do in practice. So I think that's what's really helped overall. I guess that has been a great improvement. I was just trying to stay focused and keeping that same touch and keep the rhythm.
You're looking forward to the rest of the Patriot League season, as are we. What are you looking forward to most about the rest of the season?
Just playing the different teams. It's really cool getting to see the different gyms. When you get to go out of state, you get to see the different places, and you'll be playing there, or at least I will be, for the next 4 years. So it's going to be great, and just gaining experience against other great players. I know our next step is Army, and I know Aaron Anthony is going to be a good inside player, so it's going to be a great challenge.
You talked about us, or yourself, looking forward to the next 4 years. We're looking forward to the next 4 years as well, Danielle. Congratulations on your success so far, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you so much.
This has been Matt Panto with one of our freshmen here at Lafayette College on the women's basketball team, Danielle Fiacco, and we thank everybody for joining us on LSN All Access and Patriot League All Access on Sidelines.
Thank you, Matt. Let's dive into the pool up at Colgate to meet the most recent female diver of the week, Kim Pilka. She has had a strong season thus far, and she talked about it with Colgate's Gloria Nantulia. Here's the story.
Hello fans, and welcome to Raider Vision on GoColgateRaiders.com. My name's Gloria Nantulia, and today we're joined by a sophomore diver from the women's swimming and diving team, Kim Pilka. Hello, Kim.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Great, thank you.
So, Kim, you've had a pretty successful year, winning 5 diving events, including the last 3. How do you feel about your performance so far?
I feel pretty confident with how I've been diving. I've gotten to a routine this year where I do certain things at the dive meet, and I just feel like it's starting to come together, and I've been more consistent, which I feel great about.
And over the year, you've actually only lost one diving event. What do you think has made you so successful?
I think it's the time that I put in and just the attitude I've developed this year. Last year, I had a disappointing outcome at Patriots, and I didn't perform the way I wanted to and didn't place the way I wanted to. And I think this year something came over me, and I've just been more excited to get on the boards and do better than ever.
So moving forward, you enter Patriot League competition this weekend. What are some of your focuses and goals as an individual and as a team?
I think that in terms of this weekend, I'm working on specific dives that I need to nail. There are 2 dives on 3 meter that have been giving me trouble, and that sometimes I hit and sometimes I don't. I really want to work on getting those dives down so I hit them in Patriots.
And then last but not least, you were named the Alliance Bank Female Athlete of the Week. What does that award mean to you?
It really means a lot to me. There are a lot of women at this school who are athletes and who deserve it just as much, and it just means a lot to me that someone would think I was good enough for it. It's a really great honor.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, fans, for joining us on Raider Vision on GoColgateRaiders.com. Have a great day.
Thanks, Gloria. That is our show for this week, and we thank you for joining in, and we hope to see you again here on Patriot League All Access. If you're not following us on Twitter or Facebook yet, be sure to sign up for all the latest news and notes with the Patriot League. Have a great week.